My beloved child, listen very carefully, because I am speaking to you in a moment of deep importance for your life. You are not here by accident. You did not open these words by chance. There is a reason your eyes are on this message and your heart is feeling that strange pull inside. I am reaching for you right now, and I do not want you to ignore me anymore. You have been searching, wondering, doubting, hoping, and crying in silence, and now I am answering in a way you can understand. I am saying to you that your life is not stuck forever in the place where it is now. You have not been forgotten. You have not been abandoned. Even though your situation has tried to convince you that nothing is moving, that nobody cares, that all your waiting is useless, I have been quietly arranging something behind the scenes. You feel, deep inside, that something is about to shift, but you cannot see it clearly. That is why I am sending this message, to prepare your heart, to warn your spirit, and to strengthen your faith. Archangel Michael is standing near you in the realm you cannot see with your physical eyes. He has been watching, protecting, and fighting battles for you that you do not even know about. When darkness tried to surround you, when people spoke against you, when unseen forces tried to drag you into despair, he stood as a warrior at your side. Many nights when you felt a strange heaviness or sudden fear, you did not know that there was a fight over your destiny, but I did not allow the enemy to win. That is why you are still alive. That is why you are still here, reading this. Now hear these words in your spirit. I am speaking to you about a moment coming soon, a moment you will feel like a call. Archangel Michael says, in 45 minutes, someone will call you because of this. T.C. These are not just letters to make you curious. These letters point to what I am doing in secret. T and C are a sign for you, trust and courage. There are decisions you will face, and you cannot walk into them with fear and confusion. You need trust in me and courage to stand firm, or you will once again let the opportunity slip through your hands the way you have let some things slip before. I do not want you to live your life waiting in fear for a phone to ring as if that phone call alone is your salvation. A call may come, an opportunity may appear, a person may reach out, a message may arrive, a door may suddenly open. Whether the call comes in 45 minutes, in 45 hours, or in another moment I choose, the deeper truth is this: your season of silence is shifting. Heaven is preparing a connection, a conversation, a turning point that will move you out of what has been draining your soul. You have felt many times that whenever something good comes close, something always ruins it. People betray you. Situations collapse. Promises break. Money disappears. Doors slam shut just before you step through them. You began to believe a quiet lie that says, maybe I am cursed. Maybe my life is not meant to change. But I am telling you now, that lie is not from me. I did not create you for endless disappointment. I did not design you to be the one who always loses and the one who watches others celebrate while you sit in the shadows. Archangel Michael has whispered to your spirit many times through signs, feelings, and dreams. Sometimes you wake up and remember nothing. Sometimes you feel like something important was said in the night, but it slips away like smoke. This is because your spirit is being trained to recognize what is from me and what is just noise. You are not crazy for feeling these inner pulls. You are not imagining everything. But you must also be wise. Not every voice, not every message, not every call is from me. That is why I am giving you T and C, trust in me, courage to say yes when I speak, and courage to say no when something is wrong. You have helped so many people in your life, sometimes more than you could afford. You gave your time, your money, your energy, your heart, your advice, your love, and your tears. Many times you did it quietly, without show, without recognition, without applause. Others took what you offered and walked away like it meant nothing. But I saw it all. I watched the nights you cried, wondering why the same care was never returned to you. I saw your hands shaking as you gave out of your little, hoping I would somehow refill you. I recorded every act of kindness, every sacrifice, every silent prayer you prayed for others who never even thanked you. Now I am saying to you, I am not blind to your pain, and I am not deaf to your prayers. I have kept a record of your goodness, not to judge you, but to reward your heart. Yet I also need you to understand something that may hurt you at first but will protect you in the future. Not everyone you help is meant to keep walking with you. Not every person you save will stand beside you when you need saving. Not every voice that cries for your help comes from a pure place. Some only see you as a tool. A step, a convenience. I am opening your eyes so you will not confuse your calling to love with a requirement to let people destroy you. When I speak about a call coming, I am not just speaking about a ring on your phone. I am speaking about a call on your life. There is a purpose that is calling you, and this purpose is bigger than every betrayal you experienced. It is bigger than every rejection, every delay, every insult, and every secret conversation against you. The enemy has been trying to bury your purpose under disappointment so that you become too tired to answer when your true call comes. That is why I am stirring you now and saying, do not skip this. Do not scroll away. Do not treat these words like just another random thing you stumbled upon. Think of T as the turning of time, the ticking that you cannot hear but that moves over your life. For too long, you have lived in cycles. The same patterns repeating, the same pain returning in a different face, the same story of almost but not quite. I am breaking that cycle. I am turning the time in your favor. I am stepping into what looked like a dead, quiet, empty season and bringing movement. You are entering a time when long unanswered prayers begin to show signs of life. But for this to happen, you must not lock yourself inside your old fears. You must open your heart to change. Think of C as connection, as covenant, as clarity. There is a connection about to form, a call, a conversation, an encounter, that will carry something very important for your future. It may come through someone whose name begins with T or C. It may be a company, a city, a country, a contact, a contract, or a chance conversation. Do not obsess over guessing details. Instead, be spiritually awake. When something significant happens, your spirit will quietly say, "Pay attention." This is not normal. This is not coincidence. That is Archangel Michael nudging you, making sure you don't miss what you have waited for. But I must also warn you, my child, scammers, manipulators, and deceivers are real, and they love to target hearts that are desperate for change. Do not believe every voice that promises success, money, love, or miracles if it demands you to empty yourself in a way that leaves you in fear and confusion. I have not called you to be naive. I have called you to be wise, gentle, and strong. When you get a call, any call, literal or metaphorical, stop and turn inward to me. Ask in your heart, does this bring peace or panic? Does this push me into darkness or into light? I may not thunder from the sky, but I will nudge your heart. I will give you a quiet knowing. Archangel Michael is not only a protector, he is also a messenger of urgency in your life. He has been trying to get your attention because the time of just enduring is giving way to a time of building. You have spent so much energy surviving that you forgot what it feels like to dream in a real, practical way. You once had visions of what your life could look like if you had stability, if you had support, if you had resources, if you had someone truly on your side. Over time, those visions faded under the weight of everyday stress. But those dreams were not foolish. They were hints of your calling. Now I am breathing on those dreams again. You may feel a strange energy returning, a fresh desire to clean your space, to plan, to write, to organize, to learn, to apply, to prepare. Do not ignore these little impulses. They are not random. They are you aligning with what I am preparing. When you feel that urge to get things in order, that is me saying, get ready. There is a reason. The call that is coming into your life, whether through a person, an opportunity, or a shift in circumstances, will require you to be prepared enough to receive it. You have asked me, many times, why does everything take so long? Why do you show signs and then make me wait? Hear my heart, I do not tease you. I do not dangle hope in front of you just to snatch it away. But I do train you. I shape you. I prepare your character so that what I give you does not destroy you. Some things you prayed for earlier would have crushed you if I had given them to you at that time. You were not ready to handle the weight, the responsibility, the attention, the pressure. So I withheld, not as punishment, but as protection. Now some of those no or not yet answers are maturing into yes, it is time. Archangel Michael knows the battles you faced in your family, the spoken and unspoken wars. There were words thrown at you like knives, some directly, some behind your back. There were comparisons, jealousies, twisted stories, hidden conversations, decisions made without your voice being heard. Sometimes you stood alone in a house full of people and still felt like you had no one. Sometimes you thought, if I disappear, who would truly come searching for me? I saw those thoughts. I held you in those moments you felt invisible. And I say to you now, you are not invisible to me. The call coming to your life is not just about money or status or position. It is also about emotional rescue. It is about me sending people, moments, and opportunities to pull you out of environments that have quietly been killing your joy. T can also mean transfer, and C can mean change. There is a transfer of energy, focus, and even location that I am arranging. There is a change in your inner circle, your daily atmosphere, your path. Some people will not be able to go where I am taking you, not because I hate them, but because they are not willing to grow, and I cannot let them keep pulling you backward. You will notice a shift where certain relationships naturally fade. Calls and messages from old patterns will become less frequent. You will not feel the same compulsion to respond to every drama, every crisis, every demand. This is not you becoming cold, this is you finally learning to protect the heart I gave you. You have poured and poured and poured, and now I am calling you to receive. When a new call comes, an invitation that feels different, an opportunity that carries peace instead of chaos, answer it with wisdom and openness. I am asking you to do something important even before that call arrives. Straighten your posture inside your own mind. Stop calling yourself unlucky. Stop agreeing with every negative label that others placed on you. Stop saying, "Nothing ever works for me." These words build prisons. You do not even realize how much power your own tongue has had in keeping you bound. I am releasing a new identity over you. You are not the victim of your story. You are the survivor I am turning into a builder. You are not the rejected one, you are the one I am setting apart. Archangel Michael stands at the doorway of this new chapter like a soldier guarding a gate. He is removing what is not allowed to pass. This is why you may feel some sudden endings, relationships, habits, distractions, even certain cravings and desires that once pulled you strongly. Do not fight to hold on to things I am asking you to release. When something is stripped away and your spirit feels a strange peace beneath the sadness, know that it is me working in your favor. The enemy loves to revisit old doors. I am sealing those doors. T, C, think also of T as test and C as choice. I am honest with you. The next season will include both a test and a choice. The test will come disguised as something that looks convenient, fast, easy, or familiar, but deep inside you will feel that it does not honor your growth. It may be a person from your past, an old pattern, an unhealthy offer. If you say yes to that test out of fear, you will delay your own progress. But if you stand firm with courage and say no to what your spirit knows is wrong, you will pass the test, and the real door will appear. The choice will be whether you step into something new that feels bigger than your confidence. It might require you to speak when you are used to being silent. It might require you to apply when you are used to assuming you will be rejected. It might require you to share your gifts openly when you are used to hiding them. When that moment comes, remember that Archangel Michael is with you. Remember that I am with you. Remember that your life was never meant to be a story of endless fear. I am calling you to a place where you walk in a quiet authority, where you do not have to beg for respect or chase love that runs from you. Do not try to skip this inner work. Everyone wants the call, the breakthrough, the miracle, the opportunity. But few want to prepare their soul to carry it. I am asking you now, with love but with seriousness, cleanse your atmosphere. Remove what you know is poisoning your mind. Make small but real changes in your daily life. Clean what you can. Organize what you can. Take one step that says, I am ready to receive. When you move even a little, I move a lot. I am not promising you that every day from now on will be perfect. Life on this earth will still have tears, losses, and surprises. But I am promising you that you will not walk through those things the way you did before. You will no longer be alone inside your pain. You will know, deeply, that I am with you. You will start to recognize my voice more clearly. You will learn to set boundaries without guilt. You will see me send help in ways that almost feel unreal. Right conversation, right timing, right person, right moment. When a call comes, remember this: I do not need you to be desperate. I need you to be discerning. Not every urgent voice deserves your yes. A blessing from me never requires you to betray your deepest values. I will not ask you to harm yourself or others to receive what I have for you. Any person or opportunity that demands you to disconnect from your peace, your safety, and your inner knowing of what is right is not from me. Archangel Michael will quietly stir discomfort in you when something is not aligned. Do not ignore that discomfort, and when an opportunity arrives that truly carries my fingerprint, you will feel a combination of nervousness and peace. Nervous, because it will likely be bigger than what you are used to. Peace, because something inside you will say, this is what I have always hoped for. In that moment, remember T and C, trust and courage. Trust that I did not bring you this far to abandon you now. Courage to step into the new, even if your legs shake. I am speaking to you now, before it is too late to choose differently. Too late does not mean I will stop loving you, I never will. Too late means that some doors are for specific seasons, and if you insist on staying locked in your old patterns, that particular door may close and not open again in the same way. I am gently but firmly calling you out of delay. You have delayed yourself through fear, doubt, procrastination, and wrong voices. Now I am cutting those chains. Archangel Michael says, do not skip this. Do not take this lightly. He has seen the plans formed against you, and he has seen the plans I have written for you. Only one of them is meant to stand. My plan is to give you a future and a hope, to pull you out of confusion, to place you in a position where you finally breathe without constant dread of the next problem. But you must come into agreement with my plan. You must stop agreeing with the voices that say you are nothing, that your life is already over, that you missed your only chances. Breathe now, slowly. Feel the air entering your lungs. That is proof that your story is not finished. With every breath you take, remember that my presence is nearer than your own heartbeat. Even if you do not feel me every second, I am here. When you cry and no one sees, I see. When you hope and then crush your own hope to avoid disappointment, I notice. I am not offended by your doubts, but I am inviting you higher than them. In these next hours and days, be awake in your spirit. Notice repeated signs. Quiet nudges, strange peace in places where you once only felt anxiety. Notice also when something feels off, even if it looks correct from the outside. That is your inner alarm, a gift from me. Use it. When a call comes, whether from a person, an opportunity, or from deep inside you, remember everything you are reading now. You are not the same as you were before this moment. You are being prepared, my child. This message is my hand reaching out to you. Take it. Let these words sink into you like healing oil. Let them wash away the lie that you are forgotten. Let them remind you that you are being watched over by my angels, guarded by my love, and guided by my wisdom. You are closer to a turning point than you realize. Keep your heart open, your eyes awake, and your spirit anchored in me. Do not try to skip what I am working in you now. Do not rush past this moment as if it means nothing. Even after you finish reading, my work continues. My voice will keep calling you forward. The call is not just coming, it has already started with these very words. You are being called out of the old and into the new, trust me. Have courage. Archangel Michael is with you. I am with you. And no matter how loud the noise becomes, my purpose for you will stand. Archangel Michael says, I am standing beside you in this very moment, and I am not speaking by accident. In the realm of the Spirit there are no random timings. No random clicks, no random words. You were drawn here because heaven has been watching the heaviness in your heart, the confusion in your mind, the loneliness that you have been hiding from people. God has seen the tears you wiped quickly so no one would notice, the way you stare at your phone and wonder if anyone truly thinks about you, truly cares about you, truly understands what you are going through. God says, this message is for you. This is not entertainment for you. This is alignment for you. This is a divine interruption, Archangel Michael says. In 45 minutes, something begins to shift. Whether your phone rings or not in that exact moment, heaven is setting into motion a call on your life that cannot be stopped. The call that is coming to you is not only about a device in your hand, it is about a destiny awakening inside you. There is a conversation prepared, an opening prepared, a connection prepared, and God is using this message to prepare your spirit so that when that call comes in whatever form, you will not be sleeping in discouragement. You will be awake in faith. There is a reason you feel that TC in your spirit. For some, it will represent initials tied to a name, a company, an opportunity, a person that heaven has allowed to notice you. For others, it is coded language from heaven, T for turning point, C for calling, covenant, or change. God says, I speak to you in ways that only your spirit can fully decode. You have been asking for a sign, and you have thought, maybe God has forgotten me, but I tell you, my child, I have not forgotten you for even 1 second. While you were crying and thinking that nothing was moving, I was already arranging the call that would break your feeling of isolation. God says, you have answered many calls that drained you. You picked up when people needed your energy, your money, your help, your time, but when you needed them, they were suddenly busy, silent, unavailable. You answered calls that left you empty, calls that pulled you into drama, calls that put you into gossip and confusion, calls that drew you away from me. You answered calls from people who used your heart but never protected it. I saw every time you stayed on the line even when your spirit said, this conversation is not from God. You were hungry to be loved, and you tolerated words that were beneath your value, but heaven is changing the caller today. God says, I am rerouting your life. The next call I am preparing for you is not from a taker but from a carrier of my purpose. Someone is being stirred, right now, to remember you, to discuss your name, to bring you into a room where you were never supposed to be left out. There is a table where your chair has been empty for too long, and heaven is pulling that chair out so you can finally sit. There is a voice that will reach you, and when it does, you will feel peace instead of anxiety. Clarity instead of confusion, confirmation instead of doubt. Archangel Michael says, do not try to skip this. You have skipped too many gentle nudges. You have scrolled past too many whispers from heaven because your heart was tired of hoping and being disappointed. You said inside, I am afraid to believe again, so you numbed yourself with distractions to avoid the pain of expecting. But God says, my child, I am not asking you to trust people more, I am asking you to trust me deeper. I am not asking you to give your heart to another voice, I am asking you to let me heal your heart so you can hear mine. I saw when you were mistreated by someone who promised to call and never did. I saw when you waited by your phone, checking the time, checking your messages, wondering what you did wrong, whether you were not good enough, whether they found someone better. The enemy used that silence like a knife, cutting at your worth, whispering, see? You are not important. But God says, the silence of people was not the silence of heaven. They may have forgotten you, but I never did. They may have lost your number, but your name is still engraved on my hands. Archangel Michael says, in 45 minutes, I want you to be in a different posture. Not curled in fear, but standing in expectancy. Not staring at your past, but leaning into your future. Not replaying who didn't call, but preparing your heart for who will. Some calls come from unknown numbers. Some opportunities come disguised in simple packaging. Some breakthroughs begin with casual conversations that do not look like miracles at the first ring. That is why God is speaking to you now, to train your spirit to discern what is of Him and what is not, what to answer and what to decline. There is a T.C. moment that changed the course of your life before, and you still feel the sting of it. Maybe it was a toxic connection that started with a friendly call and ended with you shattered. Maybe it was a conversation that shifted your path into a valley of pain. God says, I watched you blame yourself. But you did not know then what you know now. You did not have the wisdom you are gaining now. You did not understand spiritual warfare the way you are starting to understand it now. You were more innocent, more trusting, more open. Heaven is not condemning you for that, heaven is redeeming it. I am turning that old T.C. into a new T.C., from toxic connection to transformational call, from trauma conversation to testimony conversation. The enemy used the last call to break you. I will use the next call to build you. The enemy used the last voice to confuse you. I will use the coming voice to confirm you. The enemy used the last connection to drain your hope. I will use the next connection to pour hope back into you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over, God says, prepare your environment. The shift I am speaking about is not only outside you, it is inside you. When a call of destiny is about to arrive, heaven cleans the atmosphere of your heart. This is why you have felt the urge to remove certain contacts, to step back from certain chats, to mute certain notifications. It was not moodiness, it was me, purging your space. I did not want the wrong voices to be louder than mine when the right voice began to approach. You have been in a season where you felt nobody understood your process. While others seemed to be moving forward, you were stuck in what looked like delay. But heaven says, your delay was preparation, not punishment. I slowed you down so I could speed up what truly matters. I held back counterfeit calls so I could preserve you for the authentic call. I kept you from answering the wrong invitation so you would be available when the right one arrived. Archangel Michael says, there is a ring in the spirit already. Your name is being mentioned in places your feet have never physically walked. Files are being opened. Ideas concerning you are being discussed. Someone is looking at your work, your character, your story, and feeling a tug in their heart to reach out. This tug did not come from nowhere, it was activated by heaven. I have been pressing on the heart of a figure, whether that stands for a person, a title, a company, or a calling, and urging them, do not overlook this one. Call them. Include them. Consider them. Honor what I have placed in them. But God also says, as this call approaches, guard your heart. Not every ring is from me. Not every message is divine. The enemy would love to slip into your life at this moment, dressed as an opportunity but carrying old chains. This is why I am training you to listen beyond words, to feel the peace in your spirit, to sense the alignment with what I have already told you in secret. When something is from me, it does not drag you back into what I delivered you from. It does not force you to betray your healing, your growth, your dignity. It may challenge you, stretch you, and push you out of comfort, but it will not pull you into bondage. You have also been asking me about timing. God, when? When will something change? When will my phone ring with good news instead of more problems? When will I see evidence that you are fighting for me? Heaven responds, beloved, I am already working behind the scenes, even when your notifications are empty. The timing I give, this 45 minutes, this specific phrase, is not to make you anxious or make you measure the clock in fear, but to show you how close you are, how near your shift is. It is a symbol that you are not on an endless waiting list. There is a marked moment for your next step. But I also want you to be wise. Do not build your life decisions solely on waiting for a single call because of any message, even this one. Build your life on me. Be alert, but not obsessed. Be expectant, but not desperate. The miracle is not only in the ringing of a phone, the miracle is in the renewing of your mind, the healing of your heart, and the alignment of your steps. If an important call comes, receive it with gratitude and discernment. If it does not come exactly when you expect, do not collapse in disappointment. Your life is not defined by 1 minute on a clock, it is held by my eternal hand. Archangel Michael says, you have been too quick to place your value in whether someone chooses you. Today, Heaven is placing your value where it truly belongs, in the one who created you. The call that truly matters is the call of God over your life. I chose you, says the Lord, before they rejected you. I named you before they misnamed you. I prepared victory for you before they plotted against you. I knew your worth before they ever tried to discount it. The more you anchor yourself in that truth, the less power human silence will have over you. There is also a healing coming in your family dynamics. You have answered calls from relatives that left you broken, misunderstood, accused, or used. You tried to be the bridge, the helper, the one who sacrifices. Many times, the conversation turned against you, making you feel like the problem when you were actually the one carrying peace. God says, I am not blind to what happened in those rooms, in those chats, in those late-night phone arguments. I saw how you kept trying and kept getting wounded. In this new season, I am teaching you boundaries. The call coming in your life is not just external, it is internal. I am calling you to protect your heart. I am calling you to stop apologizing for existing. I am calling you to stop shrinking your voice to keep others comfortable. I am calling you to step away from cycles where love is only given when you are convenient. Do not run back to what made you question your worth every night. I will send people who do not make you beg for basic respect. Archangel Michael says, your discernment is being sharpened. You will begin to sense it quickly when a conversation is not from God. Instead of staying out of fear of being alone, you will walk away in the confidence that heaven is with you. Instead of answering everything out of obligation, you will answer according to alignment. Instead of saying yes while your spirit screams no, you will let your spirit lead. You are not required to pick up every call that comes to your number. You are invited to pick up the ones heaven highlights to your heart. There is a T.C. shift in how you speak to yourself as well. For too long, the internal conversation you held was full of self-criticism. You spoke harshly to yourself, repeating the worst things others said about you, playing negative words on loop like a cruel recording. Heaven is breaking that recording now. I am replacing I am not enough with I am chosen. I am replacing I am always last with God has a prepared time for me. I am replacing I ruin everything with God is restoring everything. The call you need to answer first is the one from my spirit inside you, speaking life over you. God says, I am also calling you to step into new responsibility. There is something I placed in you that the world needs to hear and see. You have ideas you bury, talents you hide, words you hesitate to speak. You say, who will listen? Who will care? But heaven is already preparing the one who will say, I see what you carry. The upcoming call will be connected to the gift you thought nobody noticed. Do not despise your small beginnings. Do not compare yourself to those who seem further ahead. The journey I have for you is unique. The door I open for you is shaped to your design. This is why, in this window of time, I am asking you to prepare. Clean your inner space. Release grudges. Forgive those who will never say sorry. Lay down the weight of trying to prove your worth to people who are blind to it. Open your hands so that when I place something new in them, you are not still clutching the old. Become available to my purpose. When the T.C. call comes, you will not have to scramble, you will be ready. Archangel Michael says, there have also been hidden interferences in your communication. The enemy tried to block your messages, disrupt your connections, and twist your words. You were misunderstood, misquoted, and misjudged. You felt cursed in your attempts to be heard. Today, heaven is breaking that pattern. I am clearing the spiritual static. I am rebuking the interference. Where your voice was once ignored, it will now be invited. Where your messages were left unread, there will be those who lean in to receive what you say. Yet, with this new favor, God says, stay humble. Do not let new attention make you forget who healed you in anonymity. Do not let the honor that comes from people overshadow the love that comes from heaven. The call that will bless you most is the one that keeps you anchored to me. When they call you with good news, call on me with gratitude. When they invite you into rooms, invite me into your decisions. When they open doors for you, remember that I am the door above every door. Some of you reading this feel a stirring, a memory, a person, or a situation connected to the letters T.C. is surfacing in your heart right now. It may be a name, a place, a project, an idea. God says, bring that to me. Lay it before me. Ask me to purify it. To remove what is not from me and redeem what is. Do not chase anyone in panic. Bring them to my throne in prayer and surrender. I know who is meant to stay and who is meant to go. I know which calls will build the next chapter of your life and which calls will keep you stuck in the last one. Heaven is also ministering to the part of you that fears change. You want breakthrough, but you are also afraid of it. You want the call, but you fear you might not be ready. You want the door, but you are nervous about walking through it. God says, I am not sending you where my grace cannot keep you. I am not placing you where my hand will not hold you. You are not going into this new season alone. You are going with divine backing, divine protection, and divine instruction. Archangel Michael says, I am commissioned to guard your steps. There have been accidents, traps, and setups that you did not even see because heaven intercepted them before they touched you. The enemy wanted to destroy your capacity to trust, so that when your true call came, you would ignore it out of fear. But heaven has preserved enough faith in you to respond. You are still here. Still reading, still breathing, still searching. That means the story is not over. That means the enemy failed. That means there is a chapter ahead that your pain has not yet read. God says, "My child, I am not promising you a fantasy. I am promising you my presence in reality. Yes, I can move swiftly. Yes, I can orchestrate sudden calls, sudden opportunities, sudden friendships, sudden doors. But I am also working in the slow, quiet spaces. I am healing you layer by layer, so that what I give you will not crush you. The 45 minutes I speak of is not only a countdown on a clock, it is a symbol that you are living in a critical window. Your choices right now matter. Your posture right now matters. Your alignment right now matters, so here is what I am calling you to do in this moment. Breathe me in. Release the anxiety that grips your chest. Release the bitterness that tightens your jaw. Release the constant comparing of your life to others. Focus on me. Let my words wash over the old phrases that wounded you. Hear me saying, you are loved. You are seen. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are right where I can reach you. Archangel Michael says, do not skip this inner work. Many skip the process and chase the promise. They want the call, but not the character. They want the platform, but not the purity. They want the blessing, but not the boundaries. Heaven is inviting you to be different. Let this message not be another thing you scroll past. Let it be a turning point. Let it be ATC. In your heart, a true change. There will come a day where you will look back and say, I remember when I read that message. When I felt heaven tug on my heart, when I chose not to quit, when I decided to believe again. You will remember how close you were to giving up and how God stepped in through simple words on a screen and whispered, hold on, something is about to shift. Whether that shift begins with a phone call, a message, a visit, an email, or a quiet knowing inside, you will see that heaven was not lying to you. I was preparing you. God says, I am not limited by technology or timing. I can speak through anything. But I choose this moment because your heart is open enough to receive. Do not run from this. Do not tell yourself it means nothing. You know in your spirit that I am here. Even if you are unsure. Even if you are skeptical, even if you are afraid to hope, bring that fear